Welcome everyone to Dice and Adventure. We're a group of friends who like to tell stories using a very homebrewed D&D 5e edition of Dungeons & Dragons to help us tell our stories. I'm Matt, the DM, and I will let the players introduce themselves, starting with M.
Hi, my name's Em. They, them pronouns. I'll be playing Xanthi.
Hi, I'm Sen, she, her, and tonight I'll be playing Morticia.
Hi, I'm Mantiago. I'll be playing Dimitri, and we both use he, him.
Hi, I'm Kisban. I'll be playing William, and both myself and character will be he, him.
Okay, now we'll just give a brief recap of what happened last session. So, the group had a chance meeting. Firstly, Morticia and William, who knew each other prior to the game beginning, wound up in centre of town, seeing the queue for the Black Iron Bank, who happened to bump into Dimitri, who had a unregistered pet, and they helped him and explained to him the registration process for the pet. At the same time when this was all going on, Xanthi was arriving through one of the sets of gates near the other side of town, and also getting the third degree by the Siberic Assembly about having an unregistered animal, although Xanthi would disagree it is an animal. Going on to that, Dimitri, Morticia and William decided to go to the Sipping Vial, where they met Professor Asantrik, a somewhat eccentric orc, half elf, who was more than willing to help them with the needs they had. While this was all happening, Xanthi was just taking a jolly trip through town, saw the queue of people, and nearly got flattened by this carriage. It went zooming through town, through the guards, through town, crashed into the side of the Black Iron Bank, exploded. The top of it opened out, split out this living metal, like this liquid ichor. It had like a metallic sheen that started to solidify, multiply, slash and pierce the nearby civilians that were in the queue. Quick to act, after being sent sprawling from the explosion, Morticia, Dimitri, William ran out to start doing some damage to these things to try and get them away from things. Xanthi was trying to ensure the civilians were getting to safety. Through all this, they somewhat made a friendship, at least friendship in battle for the time being, having a mutual goal to stop these. They soon found out fire was the way to do that. They was able to burn things solid to stop them multiplying. Once that happened, they was able to use their various means of weaponry to stop them. After that, Siberic Assembly come over. Maxim Griftan come over and introduced himself and was like, oh, what was going on? You guys gave him the lowdown. There was also a couple of other members of the Siberic Assembly. You met Field Medic Akarin, and you also met this masked female. Yeah, sorry, that was Field Medic Akarin. The masked female. It was nicer than the other members you met. You also met Lieutenant Pryan and this captain of the Siberic Assembly, who did not give a name, but was very up himself, should we say. Definitely did not get on with the rest of you guys. Field Medic, noticing that, offered to pay for your rooms for the help you did to the town while they was elsewhere. This, however, led to her getting an instant message through psychic means saying that they needed you all to stay in town and don't run away because they want to ask a few more questions. So she extended the offer to pay for you to get an extra 2-3 nights in the Bolton Rag Inn, apparently the good inn in town. When you got there, you met a disgruntled receptionist at first. Then you later found out it was a sentinel, a robotic individual, and you met a dwarf who was fixing it and then tried to sell it to you all. We left off with you playing a game of Truth and Mimic and enjoying a few drinks, and that is where today we will pick up. So, as you guys are enjoying drinks, the day is chasing into night, night chasing into later night. What are you all doing?
I feel like Morticia will straight up pass out from the drinking and just have a good ass night.
In Xanthi's room?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
she'll sleep on the floor.
Perfect.
I think Xanthi's definitely had a few too many, so she's not far behind.
Yeah, I feel Dimitri is probably the same. He doesn't really drink this heavily, and since he mixed drinks, which he learnt he's not supposed to, he's probably out.
Life lessons,
guess-
life lessons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess William's going to be the only one conscious and aware, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair. So as you see your newly found friends or acquaintances at this point passed out around you, you kind of just sitting there, empty bottle of wine, and you see like there's a few like beers left over. But yeah, you do see everyone else is like passed out, and you start hearing this a cacophony of snoring fill the room.
Just a bunch of lightweights. I guess since they're all unconscious, technically, like, sleep, passed out, whichever, he's going to just stay there just so, there's someone around to look after him.
Kind of instincts kick in, you just think to watch
Yeah.
over them while they sleep. Perfect. So that would be your night's, is that you calling a night's rest?
I will do one thing before that. I'm going to take my sword and just nick across my wrist and put the vial, technically put the toxin back into the vial by,
Perfect, yes. Just do me one favor as you're doing that. Just a quick con save if you don't mind. It's a low DC because you know what you're doing with this, but just in case.
Fuck, I have advantage. So, 19.
19? Perfect. Yeah, that's more than enough to do that. You do manage to flush the toxin you pumped into your body earlier out with quite a lot of ease. While you're staying up and watching, eventually night does take you and you do nod off to sleep, as you all can mark off a long rest, as you have quite an easy, good sleep, quite comfortable surroundings. I mean, even though some of you are on the floor, it's more comfortable than being outside, and definitely for you, Morticia, more comfortable than the other tavern you were staying in nights prior. This floor is exactly how your bed was nights prior, so definitely better. Just a quick one for Dimitri.
Yes.
Can you roll me a charisma saving throw, please?
Yes. I can. Oh, 7.
7. Okay. As you are near the end of your sleep, you start becoming uneasy. And you start getting the sweats, the same sweats you've had before. Your body becomes hot, and the rest of you guys around that as any notice that the area around you becomes very humid and muggy, and like no air suddenly starts to become an issue in this room, which is what brings you guys to a wide awakeness, as like you're just waking up and you're just like, whoa, who left the fire on all night? And you just see this faint red brownish aura around Dimitri as he's just tossing and turning.
Dimitri, wake up!
Wake up. Am I just?
Yeah, as soon as you hear this voice call you, and immediately you're awake, and the rest of you guys just notice how the temperature just shifts and it becomes normal, but from what it was a moment ago is a sheer drop, and it becomes quite chilly for a moment until the temperature and your bodies adjust to the normal room temperature.
I think your fire curse thingy was acting up.
Oh God. Okay. Are you guys okay? You're not burnt or anything, are you?
It was a bit toasty for a while. Gotta say, it's a lot more polite than my idea. I was tempted to go get a bucket of water and throw it at him.
I mean, that's never happened. I mean, you could try that if that helps. I'm
I'll
sorry.
keep a mental note.
Pabu, and I'll just kind of search for Pabu.
You do notice at this time, when you immediately wake and you go searching for Pabu, for a moment he's not visible, and then he does just sneak out of the corner of the room. Very his colors are very dimmed. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just go up to him and pick him up. You okay? We're okay, yeah.
Kind of just weighs up the situation, and then he kind of shakes, and the colors just return back to normal.
Okay. It's not yet. I have time. I got time. I have time. Sorry.
Time?
Like I mentioned before, I don't know when it's going to happen. When the fire takes over, so just a little bit of moment of worry, but I think we're okay. I think I'm okay.
I will whisper to William, maybe we should keep the water bucket beside his bed or something.
Yeah, possible. I don't think a water skin's going to be enough. Definitely a bucket. Oh, of course we could get water skins and stuff like that, but I was thinking... Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be a bucket situation. Anyway, I don't think you sleeping in enclosed spaces is a great idea.
No, I thought it was all under control, but it seems like that's not the case.
Yeah, we were almost undercooked, though.
Yeah, that's why I've been alone. A lot of people usually stay away because of it.
I
Well,
wouldn't
that's a...
recommend the forest either.
No.
No, surprisingly, I haven't started a forest fire, which is a good thing, I guess.
Pabu just kind of sits up on his haunches and is just like, whew.
I have a morbid curiosity, but I'm going to save that one until later.
You have you guys been traveling for a while?
Me and Morticia have for a while, yes. Good couple of years.
And Xanthi, you too?
I think Xanthi's kind of just pulling the covers over her head again. Just 5 more minutes.
That's fair. I'll let you sleep. I was just wondering if you, by any chance, ever come across any other paladins, specifically ones that are have the Oath of the Eternal. I'm kind of trying to find some. I don't suppose you've met anyone in passing.
Have I ever met one?
Roll me a religion check, Morticia.
I'm just going to go with no, since his memory's shit at the moment.
15?
15. So you have heard of the Oath of the Eternal. It's one of them. There during your practices, where you was studying, you would have been told like through like the other Agadrathians and Zephyriums. This one, they never said a name, but they did talk about the Oath of the Eternal and like the ever eternal flame that will one day purge itself, but never gave like a name linking deities or anything like that to it.
You mean the Eternal Flame?
That's the one.
Well, I only study it, but I don't think I've met someone associated to it.
That's fair. Thank you. I'm hoping if I can find anyone that they might help me with what's happening. My previous teacher set me out on this mission. He taught me what he can. Said I should find others.
Maybe we can try and take a look around the library, see if we can find something associated to that.
That would be great. Is there a library here?
Is there a library here?
During your few days you've been here, you haven't really had much chance to get around yet. So, you could probably ask around to see if you can find one. Not that you know of at the moment, yeah.
We should try and find one. I will ask around.
Thank you. I guess we should probably sort out this whole Civic Assembly. We have a meeting with them today or something? Is that
They're
right?
not allowed to leave for the next couple of days just in case they have any more follow-up questions.
Right.
Because what happened apparently is suspicious. It's what I'm guessing.
Seems like a good time to do some research.
They
Just
said we
saying.
couldn't leave the city, so you can still travel outside. I don't think it's going to be hard to find us. If they have more guards this time.
I mean, when I was trying to investigate yesterday, one of the members, I didn't catch the name. He thought that I caused, or perhaps we caused the whatever happened yesterday with these creatures. I'm guessing maybe that's why they're asking us to stay.
Yeah, that's the problem with people that have been in military roles most of their lives. They get this suspicion of everybody and no one can be friends.
Yeah, that sucks.
Anyway, I'll go get breakfast, and I'm going to get up and, without taking any requests, just go order something for everybody.
Okay.
Breakfast in bed for
Already
everybody?
Already left. You don't get saying what you get, though.
So as you make your way down to where the reception desk is, you do see the dwarf again. He's there working on the sentinel that was still there again, and he's muttering under his breath some curse words and all that. And as you approach, he's like, "Oh, I hope the stay was not too bad there."
Definitely slept in worse places.
I mean, that almost sounds like a compliment. I think I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, it might be better than that. We ended up staying in one room at the end of the night because we all got a bit too. Okay, you know what? I'll be correct. They got a bit too joyful, so
We've all been there before, we've all been young, we've all done stupid things,
some more than others. Anyway, breakfast. That was meant to be on the itinerary along with the payment for X, Y, and Z for the next couple of days.
Yes, definitely. Here at the Bolt and Rag, you will get a breakfast. You want one for each of you? We have like the special breakfast, or we can prepare something more to your liking. The special breakfast contains your traditional bacon, eggs, and some we do like this spiced fried kind of bread sort of thing.
You know what? I didn't give them an option of what they were getting. Just do 4 of those and I'll take them.
Oh yeah, not a problem at all. You know what? I'll bring them up to your room.
We're in the one that had the really big pet.
I mean, I take it you're in the downstairs one because you come from over that way.
Yeah, we're there.
Perfect. Yeah, just give me about 10, 15 minutes and I'll come and deliver. Do you want any drinks to come with them? Any ale, or do you want some coffees? How do you
I'll
want?
have to warn you. If you don't knock 315 or 7, I can't remember, one of them will get really antsy, so you might have to knock that many times.
I don't know about you, but I can't levitate plates. So you'll be lucky if I can knock at all. You might just get me yelling through the door.
That will have to do, because I don't think either of them are going to open the door because of this stupid knock stuff. So, yeah. I just thought I'd let you know ahead of time.
No, thank you for that. I'll get the breakfast and I'll come over there. Drinks again. What did you want? The ales or did you want like the coffees? What was your?
No, let's go with something to wake people up. They don't seem to handle it well.
You know what? I do have a very special remedy that I've procured over my time as an innkeeper. That is guaranteed to wake you up. Some say it wakes the dead.
You know what? Sure.
Aye.
You got any on hand that I can try it to really see if your boast is so...
Do you have like 2 minutes so I can just go whip one up?
They don't know how long it's going to take me to get breakfast, so why not?
Perfect. Just wait right here. Don't move. As he walks away, he's like still like was fiddling with the circuitry of like the sentinel, and like you just see the sentinel just kind of like start moving a bit, like as he walks away. And he's like, "Oh no, sorry, my bad," and then he just walks off into the kitchen area. You hear like pots and pans, and a couple of glasses smash. A few more curse words. He comes running out, and it's like this tankard. And the liquid inside is like obsidian black, like it is thick, and like as he moves it, it's almost like a jelly in the cup.
I feel like I'm going to regret this, but let's give it a try.
If you don't like it, then you know the others don't have to drink it. Put it that way.
Valid point. Unless I make them drink it anyway just for fun. I guess I'll try and chug it.
Okay. The first thing that hits you as you try and chug this thing is like the smell of it. It like just smells like petrol. Like it's got like that kind of like smell. Which for you and your memory situation at the moment, it's a familiar smell, but at the same time it's a distant familiar smell. But as you drink it, it like literally crawls down your throat. There is like this liquish burning as it goes down, and like you literally feel it like go all the way down. Once it like lands in your stomach, you get like I think I'm gonna throw up kind of moment, but then it kind of passes, and then you get like the sense of like coffee and licorice, some vanilla comes in, and you are like more awake than you've ever been. It's like, okay, I'm so awake, I'm asleep again, like that kind of feeling.
I'm impressed that you were able to make this exist in the first place.
I mean, years of benders, you have to try something to get you ready for work the next day.
Fair play. Yeah, give them one each. It'll be funny, one, to see the reaction, to the faces.
Of course, no problem. I will. Would you like a second one for yourself? Or would you just like some casual water or... You
know what? No, I'll take a second one, because honestly, it's pretty interesting.
No problem. If you head back to the room, like I said, give me 10, 15 minutes and I'll come screaming.
That's fine. I'm not going to warn them ahead of time. It's just going to be funnier.
Hey, I mean, on the one hand, you shouldn't really criticize things you're not paying for, isn't it?
No, I mean the whole that you're going to be screaming at the door.
Oh,
I don't care
fair
about
enough.
the drinks.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Well, see you soon, I guess, and
I
I'll
will.
head back and
Yep. He rushes
contemplate
back.
what the fuck I just drank.
Yeah, he rushes back into the kitchen. You manage to. It's left like a really weird aftertaste. It's like an aftertaste you want more of it, but at the same time you're like, I don't really know if it's good enough that I need more, but your body wants more. And it's only after like it starts to like as you like get back to the door, the aftertaste finally starts to go. And you're just left with like this vanilla kind of like coating in your mouth.
I'll food will be sorted shortly. Yes, I didn't knock because we've all been here all night. Just walking in.
Xanthi kind of sits up. It's a bit of a mess. Must you all be so noisy this early? How are you so chatty after last night?
I'm gonna live the like cup hands around my. I can be a lot louder.
Please. No.
I see I see a couple of you aren't used to the more extravagant nights that youth brings.
I like to keep my faculties about me. I think it was a lapse in judgment on my part, to be honest.
Nah, you're fine. You slept like a baby.
That's not quite true, but close enough.
Okay, figure of speech.
And did someone... I think there are too many of us in the room. It was quite hot last night, no?
Oh, our little elemental friend there kind of had a heat session.
Sorry.
Are you okay?
I think so. Yes. Perhaps just for safety, I'll make sure to sleep alone. Don't want you guys getting caught in anything.
Fair enough.
Noted, if the tavern sets on fire, we know why.
Well, I mean, not necessarily. It could just randomly catch on fire, like something wrong in the kitchen. But potentially, yeah, it might be me.
I don't know if I want to sleep in here anymore.
I don't have to sleep in the tavern. I could go somewhere else.
No, that's look. They're getting paid for in the first place. Don't might as well waste their money instead of ours.
As you're all chatting, you soon hear, I'm outside with your breakfast. The tall one with the pretty hair said you wanted 4 breakfasts and 4 drinks.
Just gonna swing the door open.
Ah, him, yes.
I haven't moved from the door. I just stand next to the wall next to the door.
And he's just like, you see him like he's got like 2 plates on his one hand, 2 plates on the other, and like he's balancing the cups like just dead in the center. It's like quite a good balancing routine, to be fair. And he just like kind of like navigates his way, and he's like, right, okay, so that's your 4 breakfasts and there's your 4 drinks. Is there anything else I can do for you guys? Oh, did you, I don't know, did any of you like put the fire on overnight? It's very, very warm in here.
You're used to it.
Okay. I like it. No, nothing asked, nothing gained. Got it. I understand.
Anyone else think of anything? No? Good. Okay, I'm just gonna grab him by the shoulder and turn around, just like push him out the room.
Okay. Enjoy.
Thanks. And then
William, you
yes,
cannot.
etiquette's terrible, I know. At the end of the day, we got this also to now also deal with.
You cannot be that trustworthy.
Okay, that I was honestly thinking it'll be the other way, than me being a bit too rude to him, but
How do you just open the door without knowing who it is? What if someone in the room had heard you tell him to grab us breakfast and then they came in and tried to steal us? What if they
Firstly-
kidnapped you?
Firstly, they didn't. Secondly, good luck to him. Just taps like hilt of the sword. Thirdly, I spoke to him and arranged all of this, so I knew he was coming and told him to shout because the whole knocking thing, I couldn't remember the numbers again. So, a lot of variables that kind of put it in our favor.
You
Tap sword again.
shouldn't do that.
Yeah. It's only been bad a handful of times.
And next time, they will murder us.
As long as you put up a fight.
I mean, we'll give them a hard time. I don't think we'll die that easily.
What if they outnumbered us and then we would be dead?
There's a doorway. How are they going to outnumber us? Coming through a doorway.
They can simply close the door, put a fire in the room, and we all die.
We already had a fire in the room.
I'm gonna say, I mean, Ready,
Another one.
Not Earth-made fire. Got it.
I mean, if that's the case, then I would just retaliate and then be fire myself, and then they will also be consumed.
And we would die.
We will die either way. I might as well take them out.
All I care about is the part that we would die.
Um,
So the lesson is, don't open
Don't
the
open
door.
doors.
Just questioning all of existence anyway. Food, drink, enjoy.
Perhaps we could, like update our secret knock in case we can't knock. Maybe like a code word that they could say.
Like
Considering I
pineapple?
forget the knock constantly.
Pineapple?
Pineapples?
I like pineapple.
I guess pineapple. Considering you're the one with the security issue.
But pineapple is too easy. We need something. Like, it has to be at least 5 words.
At least 5 words.
I could barely
Something's
remember
kinda-
the knock.
Kind of having a look at this drink, so called. What is this? We are supposed
Don't worry,
to...
I checked beforehand. It's not poison. Does taste weird though. Kind of Moorish.
What is it?
You know that whole problem with loud noises and that you have at the moment? Should deal with
Yes.
that.
Sure, drink it in one.
Okay. Yeah. So again, like it kind of like just like crawls out of like the glass down like your throat, leaves like this liquish burning feeling in like your throat. You literally feel it sink down into your stomach. It settles, and then like coffee and vanilla and licorice like flavors start to release. And yeah, then there's just like this really like burning aftertaste that kind of settles after a little while, and it like gives you like kind of a waxy feeling in your mouth, but it's like vanilla coating in your mouth, and then you're like, and immediately you're just really awake. Like you are just like, what loud noises? Oh no, I'm okay with this, and like just like awake like to the highest degree of consciousness.
It's pretty effective.
Is it good?
I would
Not bad.
recommend it. Give it a go. And as for your code, perhaps
Is it like
obsidian jelly?
obsidian jelly?
Obsidian jelly.
Pineapple obsidian jelly. But that's 3 words.
So we need 2 more.
And I will chug it.
Yeah, again, same thing. However, for you, Morticia, this tastes familiar. And you've actually had this before. Although not as a drink, they used to give it as like a meal for breakfast back in the church.
This is just like Sister Maria used to make it.
Can't really tell if that's a good thing.
Of course,
Just
it's a
looking
good
at the
thing.
face.
It's a great thing.
Oh.
Okay, good. I don't know how many times I have to be over this. Little blunt here.
I'm trying.
I know, so am I, and that's why I have to make sure stuff is actually a good thing.
Sister Maria's Obsidian Black Pineapple. Pineapple Obsidian Black? You choose.
Obsidian jelly, wasn't it?
Obsidian Jelly.
Obsidian
So,
jelly.
Sister Maria's Pineapple
Pineapple and obsidian jelly.
Obsidian Jelly.
Jelly.
That's our code.
Ciceria's pineapple obsidian jelly.
Also, Pennon just stops writing it on a notepad and just puts that away. Because he's not going to remember that at fucking all.
I mean, I suppose the only good thing is there we've got the episode title.
Oh yeah. Right, I'm gonna drink this so I can remember that code.
Yeah, I mean, your memory works really well after this. Again, weird texture, weird feeling, but you're like, nope, I'm alive.
Remember to never write it down.
And he just tears up the page.
I'll hide it.
I didn't even. No, it's already away.
Nope, I've got it right here. Hopefully.
Good job.
So, food. What did you bring?
He said it was a special, some kind of spice bread fried with, meat of a basic morning foods and.
Yeah, I mean, as you look at it, it looks like a typical fried breakfast. You got some eggs, you got some bacon, you got some sausages, some spice fried bread, some like mushrooms, but yeah, otherwise traditional breakfast.
I'll look around. Is there like plates, or is it like?
Yeah, 4 plates.
Yeah, it's like 4 plates each, so like it's a plate of this each.
Ah, okay.
I did forget the companions as well, so actually I kind of feel. Give me a second. And just without thinking, just.
Oh, okay.
Ethan doesn't. Oh, okay.
Again, you go down there and you see the dwarf again. He's working away, and he's just like, he looks up. He's like, "Oh, everything okay?"
Animal feed. You got anything that animals could eat?
I got some sausages.
I don't think any of them are pigs, so it should be fine.
Okay, I can. Do you want them raw or do you want them cooked?
I would say cook them just in case. I don't know how their eating habits are, so it might be better to have them cooked. Actually, no, I'm quite familiar with a cat. At least 2 raw.
Okay, so you want 4, 2 raw, 2 cooked. You want 6, 2 raw, 4 cooked.
Do 6, 2 raw, 4 cooked. Because I think there's 3
No problem.
animals.
Perfect.
I apologize, and just ignores him finishing whatever and just leave.
Yeah, he's just like, nope. Okay, no problem. Just you get back to the room, and well, firstly you get back to the closed door.
Try and open it. If they actually locked it while I left.
I would have locked him out.
So you get to the closed door. You go to open it. It's just like, it's locked.
Right. Pulls on notepad. Sister Marcy's pineapple jelly. Shit.
Wrong code.
Give me a second. Just gonna say out loud. I'm reading it as well. How can I still fuck it up? Sister Maria's pineapple jelly. My phone was over the name.
I forgot one word.
You're missing
Oh,
one
right,
slide.
Obsidian.
Do it again. Oh,
God,
repeat.
Sister Maria's pineapple obsidian jelly.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna kill me one day.
Now, was that so hard?
Yes, because I got it wrong. 3 times.
And now you learned.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. I got it written down. Anyway.
A few moments later, there's the dwarf, and this time he does knock. He's like, right, what? You can hear him outside the door. He's like, right, what did that pretty boy tell me? He said 3157, and you just hear like, do 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 do. I think that's right. The pretty boy told me the numbers to knock because some of you got trust issues or something like that. I have some sausages for your animals.
Yeah, they've changed it. I'm just going to open the door. Open the door very small and just pass me the plate. Otherwise, they're going to shout at me again.
I mean, you're going to have to open it a bit wider. You don't see how big the plate is?
A little bit more.
Yeah, now like he's trying to like maneuver this sausages like through the plate. He's just like,
you know what? I'll just do this easy. I'm just going to grab the sausage off the plate and
well, okay. I mean, that solves that. Be careful that you know what? Enjoy, and he just walks away. You just hear him like grumble to it. He's just like, these people stay in my inn get weirder and weirder. I thought I was done with the weirdness, but they keep getting. Oh,
Thank you.
yeah, that's fine. I think. I guess. I got raw ones for Cap. Yeah. I don't know about your fluffy friend, though. Do they eat sausages? Do they eat cooked? Considering that you're kind of fire, I'm going with the eating cooked.
I mean, this time Parbu is actually like just tucking into your plate, Dimitri, as you're having this conversation. He's just like taking like the rashers of bacon from it, and he's just like,
yes. Well, I think he can eat all sorts of food. Thank you. I will take the cooked sausages. I'll add it to my plate. We usually share.
They may have just touched the raw ones because I just pulled them. So just so you know.
It's fine. I'm sure it will cook somehow if I consume it. I don't know how it works.
So what you're telling me is you just end up eating ash at the end of the day. Okay, I'm not going to question it either. My head's empty enough as it is without that rattling around.
please don't make Dimitri the chef.
Everything's burnt.
It's the same thing. If William was the chef, everyone would have burned because he'll forget about it.
Don't make Morticia the chef.
So Zanthi, would you be a chef?
My friends did teach me a little, so I suppose I could if it was needed.
And we got our chef.
There you go.
I don't know if your friend, companion, just the last 2 sausages in hand, do they? I didn't ask. I was
This
a bit.
is not necessary.
Yeah.
Appreciate the thought, though.
I should really ask and get information before I do stuff.
Probably. Speaking
Well.
of, there was some mention of the library. I cannot quite remember the whole thing, but is that
We
the
can't
plan
leave
for
the city,
today?
but there's nothing against us exploring it, so we could go look for a library because Dimitri wants to find out anything about the people he's looking for. Morticia just likes books anyway, and I've got nothing better.
I'm
looking for some information too, so that adds up quite nicely.
Perfect. Since you're up now as well, do you know anything about paladins that follow the oath of the Eternal in your travels?
Do I?
I mean, you can make a religion check. I'm going to say with disadvantage.
11?
11. You do recall coming across one member of the Oath of the Eternal during the Badlands, when you was going through the Badlands. They just kept... You kind of saved them from like the conditions of the Badlands. They were out in the open too long, and they was a bit like rambly when you got to them, but they just kept talking about Onos, and you thought they were saying oh no. But yeah, that's really what comes to mind when you hear that. It's just like, oh, Onos, Or oh no.
I've met one of them, but I got the feeling that they were not from where I'm from.
Oh, I mean, everything helps. That's great. Where do you remember what area?
We were in the Badlands when I met them.
Badlands. Have I heard of that before?
Yeah, 100%. You would have all heard of that anyway. The Badlands are the lands that circle the two continents. The land masses that circle the two continents. They're the Badlands.
Oh yes. Why is one out there? Okay, thank you. That's good information to know. I'll keep that in mind.
Morticia, do you remember how long we've rented the old rooms for?
Do I remember?
Yeah, you was doing it by a night by night basis. Like you would pay in the morning for the next night. So you would have done it like you would pay for the night and then like you would have had to pay the next day to stay again. So you would have been broken even. So you wouldn't have any money left over there, and they wouldn't be expecting you back.
Did we leave anything behind there?
I still have the key, and I forgot my bag of vials, the tubes and stuff like that. Because, I didn't think we'd need them when we're out looking for a shop.
We should pass by and get it.
We should pass by.
While we try and find a library.
I could pass by and get it.
We are not separating.
We'll pass by and get it. Just thinking you could probably be more use at the library. I have nothing better to do today. Second point, though, before you even say it, I probably wouldn't find the library, so maybe it's a good idea.
This is all kind of presuming that we are sticking together, though. Is that the impression that you all got?
Why wouldn't we?
Kinda don't have a choice for the next 3 to 4 days because of the assembly, so
Fair enough. I suppose
after that, feel free to do what you need, but until then, we're kind of under an obligation by the big, scary, I'm going to beam down from orbit guys to stay together.
My goals here are slightly time sensitive, so we will just have to play it by ear, I suppose.
What do you need to do? Maybe we can help.
I do not know that I quite trust you with all that information just yet.
We just had a drinking game.
Which 3 of you really couldn't handle.
William,
I will take that.
don't be a bully.
I'm just
I mix
pointing
drinks.
out the obvious.
You're being a bully.
You mix drinks, you've got a good excuse.
I am looking for someone, and it is of the utmost urgency that I find them.
If you told us who it is, we would be able to help.
But how
Find
am I
them.
supposed to know that you're not potentially with him? I've only just met you all.
How do you know I'm not the person you're looking for?
Visibly just gonna cover face with hands like,
Well, I certainly hope that is not the case. I thought I might like you a little.
Oh. Regardless, you should tell us.
Morticia, this is one of those times when speaking is a bit too much. Maybe just let them have their secreties until they feel comfortable with us, yes? None of that's going in there, is there?
I would
No.
appreciate it if there was a little attempt at that. Yes.
Give it time.
She's the only one you have to worry about, trust me. As long as you don't get me
No.
killed,
I appreciate the enthusiasm, at least. Fair enough.
Trust will build when if we continue hanging out, and I'm sure more information about us will be shared. But yeah, I would like to stay with you all. I've never had friends, so it'd be great. But
I have a
also,
curious question.
Yes.
You know, the morbid question I had earlier that I said I was going to save. It's still weighing on me, and I need a kind of have an answer. Firstly, do you bleed?
I do bleed. Yes.
Okay. Secondly, may I, per se, in the future, ask you for a vial of your blood?
I was gonna do that.
You want my?
Just a vial. It's not
Oh
much.
yeah. Sure. No.
Secondly, I'm kind of curious how it tastes, if it has a different thing, because you're, elemental and so on. Right, yeah, I haven't established that part yet, have I?
I thought
No,
we were
you
keeping
drink
that part
blood.
secret.
You see, curiosity, though.
The trust we are supposed to be building?
That's trust. That's sharing.
You know what? It's speeding up.
You
Fair
see,
enough.
it's more the curiosity. I kind of want to see if it has a different taste than, people that aren't elemental in nature, because I have an hypothesis that it's going to have kind of a poppy kind of feel to it. I apologize for being forward, but I'm not really great at gauging emotions lately. So,
Clearly.
I mean, take into consideration if we are friends, I
as I
assume.
said, just in the future, you don't need
Yeah.
to say yes or no.
No.
Just
have
I
a assume
thought.
friends help each other, so I would be more than happy to give you a vial of my blood. Just one question: why do you drink blood?
Long story short,
Just as he's about to answer, there's a sound that echoes over the whole of the city, and it's like this alarm, like woo, 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 woo. And you just get a frantic knocking at the door. No words, just like a frantic knocking at the door.
I don't trust it.
you're going to let me answer it.
Who is it?
It's field medic Akarin. I was the one that paid for your rooms yesterday.
And did the healing and got the mids. Paid
What's
for the
our
stuff.
names?
I don't believe you actually gave me your names.
I don't think we gave them our names.
She is correct.
What do we look like?
Well, one of you is of Duskblood descent. You have a reddish skin with horns. One of you has very long blue hair. One of you is very tall and very strong, very stoic. And one of you has a glowing panda with them, if I recall.
Just 1 point. It's more purple than blue, but I guess good enough.
I mean, that's.
Can I open the door now?
I feel kind of insulted that the only thing she got from me is I'm the squad.
I mean, the only thing they remember from me is my panda.
Visibly hitting head against the door.
Okay.
Yes. No. Okay.
Yes.
Come on in.
You people here, you cannot leave the city. We have to have been called away there's been a worldwide emergency. We've been called away. We're leaving Maxim in charge of you guys. So when you're finished here, if you could report to Maxim, please, for the brief of today. But we have been called away. And then again, the alarm goes off. And she goes, I'm sorry, I have to go. And runs out and then fades off.
Wasn't just me. You didn't say where Maxim was, right? I didn't
No.
just miss that.
I had questions, but they're gone.
I guess we can just ask around who he is, where he is, and just like we would ask for the library and all the rest.
There was a base, right? Maybe he's
there's
there.
the central keep guard. What post? I fucking names.
I need a priority list here. Like, what are we doing first?
Well, I
we
think
said
we've
to
been
check in
given.
with-
Yeah.
I presume that would be at the central guard beacon, if anything.
Thank you.
But we may lose our room and lose our shit. So I would do that first.
Yeah, but wasn't the tavern in next to the central guard beacon, so we can get stuff and then go straight to the beacon,
And then library.
and then library if we have time, depending on what the
We have to go to the
briefing
library.
is. It's on the list.
It depends on the brief and what the Maximus was that the name? Whatever he says.
Maxim?
Maxim?
Maxim.
Maxim. Maxim.
I'm going to pull out Notepad and actually make a list. See, it's on the list. The list is directly underneath the password, by the way, as I show it.
Because yeah, this alarm is
Ignore
very. Yeah. So I guess we should head out now, whilst the day is still early.
Is the innkeeper outside?
Yeah, I mean, if you was to poke your head around, he's still at like the reception. It's like midway between like the exit and like where your room currently is. He's still there, still tinkering away at the Sentinel robotic receptionist.
Hi.
Yes, can I help you?
Where is Maxim?
Maxim, you have to be a bit more
I cannot be more specific than that.
Maxim of the Siberic Assembly, that Maxim?
I would assume.
Well, I mean, he would be near the control guard beacon. He should be there at least. I mean, if you want, we do have, and he pulls out like this kind of like, it's like this stone with like this button engraved into it, like a rune on it. He's like, we do have like these emergency buttons. I could press it and he'll be here in like about 5 seconds.
I don't think this classifies as an emergency.
Okay.
Is that like a punishment if you use it for a non-emergency thing?
I'll be honest, I've never had to use it for a non-emergency. We used to have, I used to have my partner in crime that used to live here with me, used to run the inn, Rag, but she disappeared about 5 years ago now. But since then, it's been pretty quiet. But before that, Rag used to handle all the emergency cases.
What do you guys think? Should we use the button or no?
Just a side note, I'm going to make sure everyone finished eating and then gathered all the plates and cups and brought them out after everyone else left. And
Perfect.
just put them on the reception, just like, fucking. And apparently I don't have etiquette.
To answer your question, I don't know, because did you say you wanted to go to your room, and was it on the way? I'm worried that will cause a panic if we use the button.
Well, he said it was the command beacon, not the central beacon, so we don't even know where's the command beacon.
Different beacon, okay.
Just snapping around.
No, I did.
Central?
I did say the central guard beacon, yeah.
Yeah, you
I
said it.
heard command beacon.
Ah, central guard beacon, central command beacon. It's the same thing, really, isn't it?
I get confused really easily. Please don't do that.
Okay. The central tower in the middle of Vexham, that's where he'll be.
Okay, cool. We can stick to the original plan.
One more question.
You might not get an answer.
Do you have a library in this town?
Do we have a library? Yeah, we do have a library. We have a... I mean, you probably want to go to Lord Cragsplit. He kind of does like the libraries, so to speak. You want to look for House Cragsplit. That's right on the edge of the other side of town. Big fancy building. Will have and he kind of rolls out a bit of parchment, and like starts getting like he's like gets a quill out and he starts sketching, and he puts together like this kind of crude drawing of it's got like burning like hearth with like two cross swords. And he's like, it will kind of have like this insignia somewhere on it because that's the insignia of the Cragsplits. But yeah, Lord Cragsplit would be the one to go to. That would be that library, if you will.
So just to make sure I got it right, his name is Lord Cragsplit.
Yes.
Okay. That seems very unfortunate.
Well, you know, we don't make up names around here. That's just how they you know, people are born with names and that's just what happens. I'm sure. Yeah, I don't know what else to continue on this topic. Pretty boy, anything to add to this conversation?
No.
Okay. Anything else I can help you all with?
No, thank you. You have been great.
No problem. You know what? Now you're all here, maybe I should introduce myself. I'm Bolt of Bolt and Rags Inn, you know.
Creative name. I see what you mean by you don't make up names.
I mean, I didn't say I don't make up names. I said, in general, you get given a name at birth. No one kind of makes them up. I could give you my full name, but I don't think you have about 6 hours for me to explain it all. So Bolt is what they call me, because, you know, I'm kind of handy with the old Sentinels. You see, like, the one still got, like, the open back panel and, like, circuitries, like, everywhere. It's like, you know, I'm quite handy with that sort of stuff.
Well, thank you, Bolt.
Not at all, not at all. Your rooms are still covered for the next 3 nights because the Siberic Assembly has told me so.
So we keep the keys for now, then.
I mean, you can keep them, yes, but you do have to return them on your last night here. If you're prone to losing things, like you said, you get confused. If that's a part of your confusion, you lose things, then I probably would suggest you leave them here.
No. We ain't
Drop
doing
into
that.
a pouch
Okay,
in front of him.
perfect. I will put on my shopping list to get some more locks because I think I'm not going to see them keys again.
You don't
You're
know that
learning.
yet.
I don't know that yet, no, but I'm
I do have the key from the I do have the key from the other tavern, which I need to go return today. But apart from that,
I hope they haven't changed the locks yet.
yeah, no, I hope so too. I would like my bag.
You know what you should do? You should have a master key, and then you always can access the
That
brick arcade.
kind of sounds like a felony.
I was talking to the innkeeper, Bolt.
Oh, not me. That makes a lot more sense.
Although having a master key would be quite useful.
Right, okay,
It would.
I'll keep that on my to-do list to get a master key for all the doors. It doesn't help, though, if people keep the keys, because that means potentially if they come back into town, they will have keys to doors that people already have access to, and if you stay in there, some random guy will just walk in on you. I kind of just think replacing the lock's easier when things like that happen.
You know what? You're pretty smart, Bolt.
Well, you know, living for about 200 odd years will get you that kind of smartness.
Anyway, should we?
So?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think at this point, Xanthi comes out leading Ethon. So
Yep.
are we all wrapped up here? We can be on our way?
Yes, please.
We know where to look for a library now, at least.
Yep.
That's good.
With Lord Greg split.
So,
Okay.
it's your old inn, then to the central
Into
tower.
the center, then to Craig Split.
Okay.
Yes, I know the name is funny. Stop sniggering at it.
Okay, so with a clear pathway of destinations for you to go about your business today, you set out from the Bolt and Rag Inn and start to make your way into the center of town. And I think that is a good place for now to take a quick break. Okay. Welcome back. Before we continue with the adventure, I'm just going to get everyone just to reintroduce themselves so we know who everyone is. Starting with M.
Hiya, I'm Em. I use she, they pronouns. And I'll be playing Xanthi, who uses she, her pronouns.
Hey, I'm Sen, and tonight I will be playing Morticia. Both of us use she, her pronouns.
Hi, I am Mantiago. I am playing Dimitri, and we both use he, him.
Hi, I'm Gisborne. I'll be playing William, and both myself and character are he, him.
Okay, with that, let's get back to business. You guys are leaving the inn now. Plan is to head straight to the center of town. Is that the plan?
So, then we go to find Maxim, and then we go to the library. That's
perfect. So as you're like walking through town, you do walk past the wreckage of yesterday's battle. You do see now that the cart has been removed. Some of the liquid metal still stays there solid as it was burnt there yesterday. You also do notice that the slow start of repair works have started. There's a couple of like they're like giant kin almost, and they're wearing like these big thick gauntlets, and they have like these giant tools on their back. You're not sure if it's a shovel or like a kind of like a jackhammer type kind of machine. It kind of like morphs as they take it off, but the slow work of starting to patch that together, you do get like a few onlookers that were around there yesterday, the ones that survived, who kind of like see you all and start to mutter. A couple of like the kids that managed to run away come over and they're like, oh, you helped us yesterday. Oh, shiny horse, can I pet it?
Yes, certainly.
And he like
We are
goes
on our way, so make it quick.
Oh, okay. And he like goes to pet it, and he's like, I thought it would be softer.
It is metal. What were you really thinking?
I thought it might have just looked like metal and actually been just like a horse.
Sorry, I did not mean to upset you.
No, it's okay. I know.
Perhaps one of my companion's animals might be a bit more
There's more animals?
your speed.
Yeah, I mean, Pablo here is very soft.
And he goes to look at Pabu, and Pabu's just like you know, like kind of like taking it back, and he's just like, this kid's giant hand just comes towards Pabu, and Pabu's just like,
It'll be fine, buddy. It'll be
flattens
fine.
it.
Kitty
Pabu's-
would love a friend.
And like the kid looks at the cat, and he's just like, I don't think this cat likes me,
He loves everybody.
but he looks like he wants to kill me.
He does not.
And he goes to like pet Grumpy, and Grumpy's just like, and he's like, Mom! And he just like runs off.
Oh, yeah, oh.
I will turn Grumpy around to look at me. This is why you don't have friends. You need to be nicer.
People can lean into Dimitri. Or fair, honestly.
As you lead, Grumpy does hear this, and Grumpy's just kind of hisses at you.
I'm your only friend. Stop that.
It's fine. I'm sure, like, Pablo likes him, right, Pablo?
Pabu's just like shaking, like.
Anyway, where were we?
Still walking towards the tavern.
You know, I was thinking, at some point, if we do stay together, we might need, like a group name, just so it's easier to introduce us. I mean, we're already getting recognized.
Oh, I'm great with names.
Don't. Please, for the love of God, don't.
I will start thinking about it immediately.
Great.
It's going to be something like 17 different words and 80 different syllables. It's going to have a word from each language in it just so it could be inclusive. God.
William, I told you, you cannot be a bully.
I'm being realistic.
As this conversation is going, you do manage to come to the Anvil Inn that you were staying at for the previous night. You do see there, and like literally about 30 foot past the Anvil, you do see the central guard beacon.
I'll stay here if you guys head up to your rooms.
Yeah, I should. I'm just going to pick up a bag. Did you leave your stuff here too?
No, but I will go upstairs either way.
I'm not going to get lost going up some stairs.
I don't want you to be alone.
Okay.
I worry about you. Just let it. Just feel the love.
Please, just stop saying words. I'm just gonna walk in. You haven't changed the lock yet, have you?
The old lady, it's like kind of sitting at the desk, was just about to fall asleep. Just like, I don't know, why would I ever change the what? Who? What? Oh, I recognise you. You were here yesterday, I think. Yes.
Yeah.
Everything okay with your room?
Yes, it was a lot better the second night round. I'm going to just go get my bag and then we can return the keys.
Oh yes, right away. Anything else I could help you with while I'm here? You know what they say, Gladys is always a willing helper.
So we've heard that some family by the name of Crag or something like that, they have some kind of library, or is that correct?
Oh,
Yes.
you were talking about House Crag Split?
Yeah, that's the name, I think. Yeah, it's definitely a name since she's sniggering.
Yes, I mean, we do have like, I don't know if they have what you call a library, but we have like 3 information centres that are based with the noble houses of the city. We have House Dorquen, we have House Jackson, and we have House Cragsplit.
Oh, so any of the noble houses could help us.
I mean, they're the ones that typically hold the knowledge, unless you're looking into. So, you might want to sit down. It takes me a while to get going, but basically, over I would say probably 10 years ago, we used to have a vigilant. Used to watch over the city, but when House Jackson come into play, they started paying more money, and they started making this Vexham what is known today as the the City of Gold, as some people call it, and the vigilant just disappeared. Some say they were chased out. Some say they just disappeared because they got another city to look after. But then as soon as they moved out, the Siberic Assembly moved right in. I'm not one to gossip, but some say House Jackson have them in the back pocket.
So could I just ask, what is the thing you said originally guarded here? What is that? A person? An animal?
She looks taken back by this statement. You don't know what a vigilant is?
That's the word, vigilant. Yeah. What? Well,
they're kind of like protectors almost. They're very powerful in terms of like magic and they have a lot of skills. They all come from the Alpha Gene Academy. Just Magegrave, that city. That's where the academy is, and they all come from there. Yeah.
Remember the name who the vigil used to be then?
Here's the thing. I don't remember his actual name per se, because Vigilant, once they become a ranking member of their guild or whatever it is, they go by a different name. It's almost like a title, so to speak. Like a moniker, you call them.
So as good as the name.
Yeah, so that's what we would go by. His moniker was the Rust Giant.
Oh, cool. Okay, well, interesting. Thanks for that. I'm gonna go get my bag.
I will very quietly whisper to your ear. Did she just say, we? Could she be a vigilante too? Can I make an insight check on her?
What, an insight check? Yeah, definitely. Give roll me an insight. Yeah, sure.
That's 18.
18. Okay. As you're like looking around and trying like watch over her carefully as she was saying these words, you do get an inkling that she's speaking from a first-hand experience.
Easy. Okay, we're gonna go get our stuff, okay?
Yes, of course. No problem. Just drop the key off here if I'm not here when you come back. But yeah, if you could fill out these little cards that says you had a great time here, I'll be very pleased.
Yeah, I can definitely do that, I guess. Well, have a lovely day. I'll see you shortly if you're not here. If not, just, yeah, bye.
Yep.
I will chase William.
I'm gonna ball up the card as well and just not do it. You know, the whole.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, no, that's totally fine. You do manage to do that easily. You do manage to find your room, run upstairs, get to the inside, open it, and it's exactly how you left it. Chaotically organized.
William,
It doesn't look like anything's been touched or missing.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. She's a vigilante.
Okay, and that affects us. How?
She's just cool.
Okay. We have a plan for today. We need to get this done because the others are waiting. If you're really interested, we can pencil it in to come back and ask questions. I'll make a note, because otherwise I won't remember.
Yes, please.
Okay. Pulls out a notepad, puts it under the list, and back
Last
away.
item.
Okay.
In the meanwhile, I will look under the bed. I want to see if I can find any coins.
Given that's what you did the first night you was here, only if you left any here, you do manage to find a couple of silver, but none others. You ran it pretty clean the part over the first night you was here.
I don't think anybody else slept in this room.
That's good, I guess. So, go get keys, go to the... And then
Yep.
go to the...
Yeah,
good to know that any of the lords can technically help us, though, not just the frags.
I wonder if any of them specializes in like a different area of
Type.
knowledge.
Possibly.
Oh well, I
One
guess
that-
we'll figure it out.
One way or another. And I guess we drop off the keys?
Yeah, she's there. She did manage to stay there. She's like, oh, you're very quick. Yeah, thank you. Were you looking for another room for the next night? Staying in town? Anything Gladys can do for you?
We've kind of been forcibly moved to a different inn because of yesterday's event.
I do
So-
recall, yes. There was something about that Black Iron Bank or something. Some
Yeah.
quite courageous events, if I do hear correctly.
Yeah, very large wagon by the looks of it, some kind of living metallic ooze.
Oh, did you have a good view of it?
I had a good feel of it.
Oh?
I got stabbed multiple times.
Oh, were you one of the ones people were talking about?
Yeah, and so was one of our other compatriots that were outside that we got kind of tagged with.
Well, I mean, that's a good way to definitely build up a rapport, you know. I wouldn't do it too often, though. I do think the Siberic Assembly, they might get a bit...
Suspicious. Yeah, we're already on that apparently
Oh.
because they already want us to not leave the city for the next 4-ish days, and we have to go to meetings right now.
Oh.
That's why we're kind of in a rush.
Oh, well, don't let me keep you, but if there's anything else I could do, like trying to end the conversation but immediately starting another one, yeah, if there's anything else I can do for you, you know, if you need...
We know where to find you. Don't worry.
Yeah. I mean, potentially, if there's anything else, you know, if you need to get other connections, I know a few other people. You know what they say about old people. All us old people know each other.
While this conversation is happening, I will write like a little paper saying, "Your secret is safe with me."
Okay, perfect.
And I'll fold it, and I will just
Okay,
slip it to her.
she looks at the phone. Oh no, if it's about the room, you just put it in that box there.
That's for you, dear.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right, I guess we're going.
Yep.
Bye bye.
Bye. As she takes the paper from the desk as you're leaving, just like opens it, and then you shut the door behind you.
We apologize. Nothing of concern came up, but something of interest happened, apparently. Just looking at Morticia like, apparently we need to come back here and ask questions to the receptionist. So, there, just pointing at the obvious massive building.
Yeah, I mean, this building is about 10 stories tall, and it is like a perfect, like almost like tower.
Dimitri, I had an amazing idea for a name for our group.
Ready?
Alrighty.
Okay, let me have it.
What do you think of the deadly mimics? It comes from the truth.
Truth or mem? Yeah. I do like that.
Isn't it so cool?
That was great. He came up with it so quickly.
I know, right?
Oh.
But I will continue to think about it. This cannot be the best I can do.
Okay, that's fair. What we'll do, we'll come up with a list, and then we'll ask the other group, we'll see what they think.
That we do a vote.
Yep. And
I'm
then,
not being called a mimic, so
Why you always have to say something bad about my ideas?
I don't want to be referred to as a mimic.
Mimic in this context meant liar too, so perhaps it does not have the best intonations.
I love that it's not the deadly part that you're concerned with.
Oh no, the deadly
I have
pod's
no
fine.
problem with being deadly.
If anything, that's pretty accurate. We killed a living metal
Okay.
monster yesterday, so
So we can keep deadly, but you guys aren't happy with the mimic part.
technically being branded liars, no.
Okay.
But it's a reference to our past. Okay, let's move on. I will think about something else. I will do better, I promise.
Just visible pains from the whole past. Like,
I mean,
ugh.
as you come, like you still have this conversation as you stop outside the Central Guard beacon.
Maxim, then I guess.
Yeah, I guess we go.
Do we just walk in? How does this work?
All we got told
presume
was we
so.
had to have a debriefing, wasn't it? So
Is there room in this for Aethon to come to, or would he need to be left outside?
He probably would have to wait outside. Yeah, you do see the doors. I mean, he probably would fit, but like you can't see what is beyond here. So yeah, you're probably guessing he will have to wait outside.
Sandy's looking pretty apprehensive about that. I
Maybe
do not like this.
Grumpy can keep him company.
I'm not sure it's the company that I'm worried about, but I do appreciate the sentiment.
Grumpy is a great protector, don't worry. You will keep him safe.
Fair enough. We'll work with that. Sandy's gonna head on in then.
Okay. As you step up to the doors just like slide open. And as you like look inside, it's very, you see like these purple veins of like energy pulsing everywhere. And you see this empty desk at the front and just doors and stairs that lead to other doors.
Going straight up to the desk. Is there like a bell or anything to get attention?
Yeah, there's like it's kind of like a button almost. Yeah.
Gives it a press.
As you give it a press, it's please state your reason for being here.
We have an appointment with Maxim.
Please state your why.
We are the floor that dealt with the metal being from
Okay.
outside the bank.
Maxim will be right down in 2 minutes. And the voice just stops. And you guys are just left there waiting in the waiting area for these what seem like the longest 2 minutes. But coming down one of the stairs, you do see Maxim from the guy you met, the 52nd leader of the 52nd guards of the Siberic Assembly. He like steps down, his red hair flowing just a little bit behind him. Yes, you four. Yes. So there's good news and there's bad news. Well, actually, there's a lot of bad news and only a slight sprinkling of good news. Would you like the bad news or good news first?
Give us the bad news.
Okay, so
yeah,
some of the bad news is a lot of us Superior Assembly people who are based here have been called out to an emergency that's going on, meaning that we are not quite able to defend this city as well as we, well, it looks at you for, well, not as well as we did yesterday, but as well as we normally do. The other bad news is we don't feel that you guys are responsible, but that doesn't mean you're off the hook.
Which means
The good news is we have pinpointed the carriage to be of the toy maker's design. Which leads to more bad news. We are willing to 100% confirm you had nothing to do with this if you're able to bring us evidence from the toy maker that you had no prior agreement that this was.
So you want us once again to do your job for you?
Yep.
I
Wait,
thought you
wait.
just said we didn't do enough of a good job.
You know your logic is really flawed. You want us to go to the person you suspect it is to prove that we're innocent by getting information by the person you think it's from saying that we're innocent.
Well, yes, but we do have some logic behind this. And he pulls out this tome, and he goes, "This is a flip tome. You press this button here," and he points to the center, and it records up to 10 minutes of conversation perfectly how it happens, and it's completely tamper-proof. So you just need to go to the toy maker, have the conversation that you don't know each other, record it in the tome, and we will say you had nothing to do with it. Or, like I said, because you're not completely out the woods and not completely in the woods, you can just leave Vexham today and no one will bother you for the rest of the day, as long as you don't step back in Vexham. However you step back in Vexham, you will be subdued again.
This is all ridiculous, but if it is the fastest way to get us out of this mess, I suppose I will do it.
You understand the horrible example you're setting, right? It's teaching people that if you do something nice and try and help people in need, you get punished for it over.
I don't quite understand what you're saying. Apart from, we are in an extreme situation. We have lost most of our forces to an emergency call-out. We would drop charges normally, but you four have only been in town for less than a week total. Some of you arrive in yesterday, and then as soon as you arrived, the new building gets ambushed. You must understand where the logic is coming from here.
What I understand is that you are unwilling to do your job as you should do it, and you're charging us after we did a good deed for you to prove our own innocence.
Well, I mean, that's one way of looking at it. If you are not happy with this solution, we do have the captain. It was around the battlefield yesterday. You can speak to him.
Bring me the captain.
Wouldn't it just be easier just wait for you to do your air quotes investigation properly and just stay in here like we've been told by quarantine technically?
I mean, that is another solution if you wish, but given our limited resources now, it could take over 2 to 3 weeks.
I'm on something time sensitive, so that is why I'm eager to get it on the way.
But you there, I can get you the captain if you wish. And he just puts his fingers against his head, and he's just like, Captain Nortus, they are not happy with our decisions. And then this beam of energy, and the captain in the white golds and purples, fairly tall, stands quite imposing, takes his helmet off, to expose quite like a grizzled old face. This face kind of sin a lot of things. He's like, yes, and you four again. What is the problem?
The problem is that your incompetence is making us having to do your job.
I don't suppose you quite know what's been happening for us today. We've said our group that normally runs the city has had to go to an emergency call out to keep the rest of the ungrateful people such as yourselves safe. So in this situation, given the fact that you and the liquid metal is placed in the same place at the same time, and neither you or the liquid metal have been in town beforehand together, meaning potentially all new people entered the city that day are being subdued and questioned. Not just you four. There's 5 other people that have been kept at another location. We are questioning. It's just you 4 seem the most adamant you did nothing, and we wanted to give you the opportunity to prove such things.
I do not care why you cannot do your job. Your job is to do your job. We are civilians. We are not supposed to be handling these types of matters. Secondly, we did you a favor because your people were not at the place they should be when they should be. Why are we being charged with a duty to prove our own innocence when I hope you're making all of the people that came in yesterday do this exact same proof that they are not involved and going to the person that you want us to go to and record them saying that they don't know them. Because that's the only thing that sounds fair.
Well, like I said, you 4 are the most capable. The only reason we're asking you 4 is because you were directly in link with the fray. The other 5 have been subdued, like I said, and are being questioned as we speak. If, like I said, it's not a, if you don't wish to do so, it's not a big problem. It's just for us to do our job as we're handling everything else at the moment. It will take further time. We, as thanks for your being lucky to be in the place where you're needed, convincingly by accident, we have put you up in a room for a few days, which we've paid for. We've paid for your meals for that day as well. We are allowing you to walk the city freely, whereas the other people are not. But if you want more, then I suppose you should name your price so we can end this charade. Or just simply say you do or do not know what's happening.
Guys, do you just want to up and leave this town? I need to know. I don't like the way this guy is talking to us.
Xander, do you know if the person you're looking for is in this town or not?
I do not have confirmation, but this is where the evidence has pointed.
I don't really want to close off your...
That
Just
is
give
why
us the
I'm
damn
eager
book.
to.
And he, Maxim goes to hand it to you, and the captain just looks like dead in your eyes, William, as like Maxim's handing you over the book.
Got something to say?
Nope, just glad you're seeing sense.
By the way, this will cost you. We do not work for free.
Like I said, name your price.
1,000 per person.
I tell you what, if you are innocent and you bring back the evidence needed within 4 days, then I think the Siberic Assembly can link together 1,000 per person. That doesn't seem too out of our limits. However, should you be a day late, or you don't provide the sufficient evidence, or go missing, we will put a bounty on your head, on each of your heads.
I hope you know that even if we can't bring the recording to you on time, that is not enough proof that we are involved at all.
To me, it is quite clear. We have traces that people fit in said description were caught outside of town with the carriage before it got thrown through town.
I'm glad you're not the judge.
Just the executioner.
You're really sure you need to this guy?
You talking to Xanthi?
Yeah.
It is the only lead I have.
Well,
William, I think I'm starting to feel things like you do.
you're nowhere close. And I'm going to kind of snatch the book off Maxim. Fucking light.
I do not trust these buffoons to do their job anyway, so we might as well do it right.
Yeah, and it's going to save everyone time in the long.
Maxim kind of just, the captain kind of just puts his helmet on, disappears in energy again, and Maxim just comes over and he's just like, I do know his last known location. I can share that with you. He was on the outskirts of Vexham, just before you get to Bleed Top. Do you know the way?
I guess we'll find it if we don't.
We could also provide you with some horses or something.
Yes.
We would need 3. Because one of the Patriot already has. I'm guessing I'm correct.
Yes, Aethon is my companion and he can serve as a mount.
So,
So no more library visit.
it's still. Any.
I was just going to say you could still go about your business for today. Could we just take this outside quickly?
If we have to.
Sure. You know your boss sucks, right?
Can we talk about this outside?
Don't worry, I'll just push Dimitri. No.
Yeah.
Dimitri, yeah.
And as you step outside, he kind of takes off his little circlet he has around his head, and he's just like, I know this probably seems unfair,
but
he is not lying in some of his truth. From the reports we've done so far, 4 people matching your descriptions have been seen outside with the carriage before it was sent through the city.
You and I both understand that's still circumstantial at best, right?
No, I completely understand. It's just purely, we haven't seen anyone else matching them descriptions. You have to understand from our perspective, we don't know you prior to these events, and being the first on the scenes could be, it like I said, it's a situation where we are grasping at straws, and the only thing that is giving us any lead is the fact all of your descriptions were seen outside.
Who is it that gave you this info? I have not seen anyone like me around here, so that is very strange.
That is true. Our guards that were watching the front gate.
The guards. I see.
To bring that to another thing, we haven't seen an earth elemental dynasty around here, other than our friend. So that also is a little bit on the nose. You ever thought magic might be at play, or your guards might be the problem in the first place?
Yes, we did interrogating them using the means we have, quite harsh means. I don't know how much you know about our assembly, but we are very gifted with psychic magic. And we use it, and we probe their minds quite thoroughly, and we did see the vision that they spoke of. And he's like, if you can promise me you didn't see this. And he holds up his gauntlet, pushes a button on his gauntlet, and this still, like, it's almost like a picture of all of very similar, like it's the backs of each of you, and it like fits perfectly like to how each of you look outside the city perimeter with the carriage.
I have an idea. Since you can visualize people's memories somehow, can't you just look in ours and see?
Unfortunately, to do it to people, it's not us. We are not allowed to without permission.
You have my permission.
You know how this would be the easier course of action, right? If you just asked us politely, hey, could we look at what you did over the past X amount of days?
I mean,
the fact that you and your higher ups didn't think of this is more hitting home that you guys are kind of a joke. Sorry, I'm being rude.
Go.
I'm really forward. I apologize.
I mean, I can, if one of you wants to be put forward, I can do it. But like I said, it's not, if one false move happens during this, it could leave you empty-minded for the rest of your life.
Insight check.
Yeah, roll insight.
$15.
Yeah, with that, you see nothing but truth coming out of his mouth.
My brain's empty enough as it is. Go for it.
William, there's a little thingy that you have.
The only thing it could do worse is honestly re-jog some memories, so who knows?
So I guess we'll try this.
The other downside, it'll be a false positive because sometimes I don't remember shit. So maybe he won't see anything.
And if you lose your memories, I will make sure to restore them.
Yes.
Okay. If this is what you want.
It's not going to do your job either way, since technically now we're getting paid for it, so we have an obligation to.
Well, I mean, if we find out this way, then we won't have to pay you, I guess.
Oh no, there's a danger is that he's gonna lose his memory. You're still gonna pay us. We'll still be giving you proof that we did not commit this crime.
Yes,
there was no
whole
condition.
No, I mean, it was quite clear that you would have to go get the proof to get paid. I can do it this way, it's no problem. And he's just going to stretch out his hand. A wave of purple electricity extends from his arms and hits you in the head. Can I get a con save from you, William, please?
Can I cast Bless first?
You... I'll tell you what, roll initiative between you and Maxim to see if you can act before he does this. So 17 from Maxim.
That's a 9.
Okay, so unfortunately you go to like utter the words for bless and it just doesn't
13.
13? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you try and resist?
No.
Okay. That might be good
I'm being genuine with the offer.
Okay. So, what I need. No, you did your con save. Okay. So Maxim goes like eyes like just go pure white at this point, and then like lightning starts to search around him and keeps like crashing into William's head. And like you see William wince, and so does Maxim. And there's a moment where the lightning gets stronger and like bigger bolts come down and hit and then William, you will take some damage, unfortunately, through this.
I have an inkling that I think I know what you might be using, but anyway, yeah, go on.
Okay, it's not bad. So that is 28 points of psychic damage. As like then Maxim reels back and it's just like, what happened to you? Well, I mean, I suppose that clears your name. Your names for now, but it still doesn't explain why the four of you were sent outside of the center with the cart before it impacted. But I will do my report. You are free to go, and I'll take back that book.
There you go. How are you feeling?
One hell of a headache.
Also, William, for you, that will lower your hunger down to 1.
Ouch.
Do you want one of these mints?
You can have mine too.
Yeah, probably after, but can I have a vial, please?
Yeah.
Fucking Christ. And yeah, I'll pop the top off the vial and drink it.
Yeah, you drink the vial, and again this, and you see now that you're in the center next to the central guard beacon, you see more beams of energy shooting out from the beacon, the tower. And Maxim comes running back out, and he's like, "You are free to go. I spoke to the authorities, Abby. We are also going to give you 100 gold to split between you for the inconvenience. And you can still keep your rooms for the, as you're not needed for the 4 nights, we will reduce it down to cover you for 1 more night."
Question. What you saw in there, you're the rest of the stuff you're not going to share, right? Because I don't even remember it.
Considering I can't declare how I got this information from you, because it's illegal to do this on anyone that's, one, not been authorized by the judge of the Spirit Assembly, and two, not psychically inclined, should we say. I think you can assume secret safe with me. However, if what I saw in there happens while you're here, you will be confirmed guilty of something.
Yeah, you don't need to warn me about that. I don't even know what the fuck you saw, but considering I know what I'm dealing with, kind of, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, go about your day. Apologies and thank you. But like I said, perhaps you should be careful if there's people going around that looks like you. Or at least trying to frame you.
No, it just means we're really unlucky.
That too.
Or we're really admired, one of the two. Kind of that weird, kind of creepy flattering. Not sure yet.
I mean, some would ask the question, potentially, if these people have been watching you for a while to get... Because, like I said, the footage we saw is uncanny.
Well, we only got together yesterday, so...
Which is what makes it even more strange that you're telling me that.
The fact that they knew ahead of time that we would spring into action. Yeah, no, you have got there is a level of creepiness there, yeah, you're not wrong.
But again, we apologize. But like I said, you're free to go about your businesses. Just, like I said, be careful.
Yep, I'm going to take the mint out of my pocket.
Okay, yeah.
Just
I will
pop it on
give
my
you
tongue.
mine.
I'm not going to eat them all at once. I'm going to take them throughout the day. I don't want to magically turn blue for some reason, because we don't know what the fuck is the stuff he put into them.
Well, I think the
think
longer
even-
it passes, the worse it is.
Yes, but that's why I'm going to use them today. I'm just not going to use them all at once.
There was something about the frog too, but
Frog?
let's hope. Yes, he said that it might turn you into a frog.
Good
It
point.
happened once, so let's hope that doesn't happen
Doesn't
again.
happen again, yeah. I guess I'll use the mint.
Okay.
That's 6. It's better than nothing, I guess.
Yep.
To the library we go?
I guess, yeah. We're looking for weird crest. Oh, God damn it. House emblem.
Yes.
Perhaps we could also look into ways to make people look like others, or something along that line.
Or even change memories.
Don't mess with memories.
Well, it's one of the two.
The turning into people's more accessible than memory magic by what he was saying by the sounds of it. Unless you're part of the assembly, you're not really meant to be psychically inclined.
Yeah. So after that brief psychic intrusion into your mind, William, you're left with a headache that keeps pounding as you guys continue to walk through, given the instruction that the House Crag split is like on the edge of town. So you keep walking through. As you do, you see various like stalls and shops just around, and before too long, you do see this crest with the hearth with the two cross swords in the hearth, on like this, like literally as far to the edge as you can get. This house that's like kind of overgrown with like shrubbery and foliage, which is even more surprising because it's the only house that has any foliage or shrubbery in like the city.
This is pretty.
Or run down, one of the two. Weird
True.
question.
Yes.
Seeing the house kind of covered in like vines or anything, does that rejog anything?
Ooh, give me a history check.
Oh, just flat one, thank you.
Yep.
That's a 10.
A 10. Fleeting. It kind of like, you look at it and then like a house similar to this pops into your mind, but still reeling from the headache, nothing solid.
Fair.
Guess we'll go knocking.
It's just hope it's actually lived in. You're not doing your knock, they're not going to know it.
Okay, I'll do another knock.
I'll be kind of scared if they did know it, actually.
I don't know if you want me to do it or not.
Curiosity, do it.
Okay. I'll do the
I
big
haven't
one.
got the
though.
cat to kill.
I'll do the long.
Yeah, you knock. Nothing.
I don't think they know the knock.
Or it's just not lived in.
Hello? Anyone home?
The door just swings open.
Just going to grab Buttish by the shoulder. Before we do anything else, we're not adding breaking and entering to that. We just cleared our name.
But they opened the door.
The door opened itself.
It's open.
I'm just gonna put my finger on it, just like gently press it. It's opening on its own. I don't think there's anybody here.
Is anyone home? I heard a yes. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of an invitation, right?
That is what I understood too. Santi's gonna walk in.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'm just gonna stand by the front door and blissful ignorance.
Okay.
Is that like a vampire thing? You need to be invited in?
I cannot confirm or deny, but still.
William, can you please come in?
Don't think
I'm
you're the one that owns
inviting
the house.
you. I don't think I need to.
Don't think anybody owns the house. It looks dead.
But those of you inside see that scorch marks down the whole of like the floorway, the walls, furniture, it's been burnt. And you do notice that on like books that's been turned over, bookcases that's been thrown on the floor, pages torn and thrown everywhere.
Oh shit.
This isn't good.
I will go to like the blood that I see and I'm gonna start putting it in my vial.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to do because it's quite dry and congealed. Definitely been there the better part of a few. I mean, you would know it's probably been there close to about a week.
Can I do Crimson Bond on it? Because it says I can use an action to learn the approximate distance and direction from me that the creature of whose blood I possess is. I don't know if they need to be alive. It says I know their current HP and any conditions affecting it. I don't know if it would work or if
That
you
can
will
count as
allow
a
it to
condition.
work.
I mean, you know what? I'll allow it. Yeah.
I'll use it.
Okay. You connecting to this, it's not as stable as when you've used it prior. But you do get some trails from this blood. You get a sense that whatever this is linked to is definitely alive, and then it's slowly coming into you. Like, you're getting like multiple memories like through the blood, like one, like as you're like studying the blood and just focusing, holding your holy symbol, you're getting like a feel that the person's both alive and dead, under like a cursed almost condition. The total HP kind of eludes you, but you do, like, at some point it is strong, some point it's weak, and then in like the couple of traces you do get like a bit of like animal and beast falling into that.
And the location?
Location is, yeah, it's very close. Very close actually. You're getting like a strong pull towards like back out of the house. Like it's like pulling you almost like towards back the way you came. That's how close it feels.
We should leave. Everybody out. Now!
Okay, sure.
As you go to leave, the door slams shut, and William, you didn't notice, but this blade is closely pressed to your throat. Didn't anyone ever teach you all to be knocking before entering someone's house?
I would like to point something out. I didn't enter, therefore, I'm technically off the hook. I knew it was a bad idea to end someone else without a response.
I suppose you better get inside if we're to talk.
Do you want to open the door then?
Presses the blade ever so slightly, already opening the door.
I guess I'll, not back my way in, I guess.
Yeah, so you guys are trying to get out, and you just see like William like backing his way in as you're like walking to get out.
What, you saying if it really didn't have a choice?
And then you see like this hunched figure, bandages everywhere, with this blade that's like pressed against William's throat. I guess we're all just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
You want to know the worst part? That's twice we've heard that today.
Well, I guess that's just your dumb luck.
Quick question.
Yes.
And I'm assuming it is, but I want to make sure the person whose blood I had, it's him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Santi's slowly trying to circle. Just trying to fade into the background, but circling around him.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check.
She would have put her plate on before, so this is a disadvantage.
Cool. Six. As you go to step back into like the shut just to give you some breakaway, your foot goes through one of the wooden floor and things and just I would have moved if I was you. People's
Not
necks
moving.
get snapped easily around here, or throats get slit, one of the two.
That was
Yeah,
about
Perhaps we can.
I wouldn't move if I was you.
second voice from the same person or
No,
different part of the house?
Different part of the house.
Okay.
I look around. Do I see where the other voices come from?
Perception check.
Oh,
At least one of us can look around. I've got a knife by my
Oh,
neck at the
true.
moment.
15.
15. As you look around, you come face to face with this crossbow and this hunched figure, again, bandages and like hoods and robes, like all scruffy looking, with this crossbow like right towards your face. Yeah, be careful. He said don't move.
All right. I won't move, but you have a knife really close to my friend, so could you drop? I'm gonna cast command.
Okay. Save on that, please.
It's wisdom save of 13.
Ooh. Very close, but no cigar. The first figure just drops the knife. And the other one's like, what are you doing? This is our chance. And he's like, I don't know. I don't have control. And I'm going to get you, as that was more or less it's a spell, so it's kind of a hostile situation. So I'm going to get you all to roll initiative.
Sure.
I got a nat 1.
Oh, nice.
On the upside, we go at the same time because I got a 3.
Nice.
So 4 total.
I guess you go first, though.
Technically, you have higher dex if you got a natural 1.
You want to roll for it?
No, because I saw what we'd get. You can go first. It's fine.
17.
Go first, too.
17
I got 9.
and a 9. Okay, so Xanathi, you're up first. So this one has just dropped the blade on the floor, freeing up
Immediately
throat.
gonna
Yep.
try and use her fury.
Okay.
Hope it's a good one this time. Okay, pretty good. So again, you'll see static kind of originating from her labris as she's gonna take a swing at the one that was closest to her. Who would that have been?
So that would have been the one where William is, the one where had just dropped the blade.
Sure. I think that's a 13 to hit.
13 does miss, unfortunately.
Fair enough.
You just
That'll be
like
her turn,
slash at the his robes, and it's just okay. That will bring us to the two figures. The first one is going to fire his. The first one is going to pick up his knife again. Pick up the knife, and he is going to slash at his arm, and flame is going to appear on the blade, and the other one is going to just prick his finger against the crossbow, and blood starts to gush down. Where there was no bolt pointed at you, just the crossbow, there's now like a bolt made of blood, and he's going to take a shot at disadvantage because you're right next to him at the one that just took a swing at his friend Sir Xanathi. Which I don't think will hit. It's a 16.
16 misses.
Yeah, so he just, and like this bolt of blood just splats against the wall. That will bring us to Dimitri.
Oh, snap. Okay. How far away is the one that's near William to me?
So you have the one near William, I would say, is probably about 15 foot from you, and the guy with the crossbow is right on top of you.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I will to the guy with the crossbow. Then, if he's right on top of me,
Yep.
And I'll just get my halberd out and swing towards him.
Yeah, perfect. So you go for a swing. What do you roll?
11.
That also misses. You just like slash at the cloths again, and he's just like.
Yeah, no, that's me.
Okay. That brings us to Morticia.
Okay, so with my bonus action, I'll activate my what's the name of it? Spiritual weapon. I
Okay.
think it's a bonus action. Yeah.
Yep.
And I will put it besides the one with the ranged weapon. with the
Okay.
crossbow.
Cool. What does your spiritual weapon look like as you summon it?
That's a good question. You know those things that kill flies?
Oh, like a fly swat.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those. And then with my main action, I will actually cast Pain Share on William because I know he's pretty low.
Okay.
That's shit. That's 1. So you heal 1.
You do, however, get your attack with the spiritual weapon.
That's a 16.
6. That just hits.
Okay, good. And that is 9 points of damage.
And that's force, correct?
I'm trying to see. On a hit at force damage. Yep.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so this spiritual fly swat just slaps him. He just growls at it. Anything else from you, Morticia?
That's it.
So William, you've just been threatened. You've had your mind rocked by a psychic person. You've been threatened, pushed into a doorway. You're seeing your type of fighting style being used here. What's William doing?
Very good question. I've got multiple things rushing through my head. Fuck it. They're both using. Well, one's using fire as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's join them. Let's see how much this hurts. Ouch. So that's a 3.
Okay.
Good to know. So, flame engulfs the sword as I pull it out, cutting myself across the palm of the hand as I do, and I'm going to try and stab him in the face, I guess.
Okay. No, take him out for dinner first, just straight stab in the face.
That's 10, that ain't gonna hit.
No, unfortunately it doesn't. He just like manages to move in and you just scrape the hood that's covering his bandages.
Okay. I'm gonna use a charge of the shield just in case.
Okay.
And let me just roll what that is. That's the wrong button. Okay, that's a +4. That's good to know. So AC is 19 at the moment, just for your record. I don't know how long that lasts for because it just says you can increase an AC.
Yeah,
it doesn't have a time.
Yeah, so that will last until the end of combat. So that one typically at the moment. Okay. So as you activate the shield, you focus on your shield for a moment. There's a slight like flash and almost like arcane runes start to appear on the shield. And then like this blood red crimson kind of flashes over it, and then like almost like it short circuits, it starts to like fade away, but you do feel like this protection around you. That brings us to the top of the round with Xanathy. So Xanathy, you've seen these things using blood as a weapon. Your friend's trying to hit at it. What are you doing?
So she's gonna take a Labras again and
Yep.
have another slash at this first guy. That is another 13.
Okay, yeah, just again,
She's
just
not having a good time.
just swings and it just misses him ever so slightly.
I think she's gonna action surge actually
Yep.
and give it another try. That is a 15.
15 on the one with the blade. Just misses.
I can't remember which one she.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, yeah, you swing again and it misses again.
Tragic. That would be her turn.
Okay, perfect. There, the two people now, one with the blade in hand, after you've just tried to take a swing at him, is going to take a swing in retaliation against you, William. And the one with the crossbow is again loading up the crossbow, and he's going to take a shot at you, Dimitri. It's going to be a disadvantage against you, Dimitri, so that one will come first. Ooh, that's a nat 1, so that's not good. So that one misses. And against you, William, that will be a 14, so that again misses. Just and like there's just like this sheen, and it just bounces off. That brings us to Dimitri.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna try and hit the crossbow person again. See if I hit this time.
Yeah.
Um, 13.
Unfortunately, no. That they're just too quick for you, and as you're like trying to get hits on them, they just like their cloaks just eat most of the damage from the slash. Anything else from you, Dimitri?
Nope, that's it.
Okay.
It's about right. Change up my tactics for next time.
Morticia?
Being as my friends are having a very hard time eating something today, I will cast. Oh no, I can't. I was gonna say that, but I'm not gonna do that because it's a concentration spell. So instead, I will use Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
On the one with the knife.
Sure.
That's a 16.
Which just hits.
Perfect. And that is not bad. 15 points of radiant.
Very nice. So as this, what does your guiding bolt look like as you cast it and like it shoots through the air at him?
Kind of would like for the blood that is around the walls and everything to start being like magnetized towards my my red light and shooting towards him and just splashing all across.
So you pull your hand back and like a slight red energy starts to gather in your hand and like literally latches to the walls and floors around, pulls in all the blood, and like the blood of like the enemy it's just spill, and William all gets absorbed into this shot, and you fire it off. It hits the guy square in the chest. Yes. Anything else from you, Morticia?
Well, my spiritual weapon is still up, so I guess I'll use that.
Yep.
Oh, that's a 13.
Yeah. After being caught unaware from the first strike, he's now watching it carefully, and it just misses, bringing us to William.
Yes, I'll try attacking it again, and Guiding Bolt gives advantage, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Well, let's hope it's something fucking better. No, 13.
Oh my god! You go for the swing, and I don't know. Your head's still all over the place from the psychic damage you took earlier, and the investigation that was taking place. You just go wide, and he just easily side sweeps. Anything else from you, William?
No.
Brings us to Xanthi.
I'm not used to fighting without such a height advantage. That is why. And it's gonna against the knife guy again.
Yep.
So with advantage.
I will let the advantage continue over, yeah, because he hasn't been hit yet.
Oh, okay. So that's a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
So we're going to make this a hill strike.
Okay.
So that's 11 damage. And half of that, you'll see the electricity kind of arch from him to the second guy.
Perfect.
And we'll take half that, so 5 damage to them.
Nice.
And they're making a strength save, DC 14.
That's a 3 plus 2, so 5.
And they are also prone,
Okay.
and that'll be her turn.
Sweet. So, both these two figures, the one that's prone, does use half his movement to get up. Will make his way to the one with the crossbow. He just takes the rest of his movement to get there.
Opportunity attack?
You do get an opportunity attack, yes. Both Xanthi and William will be in range to get the dagger, the one with the short sword, the dagger. Will get an opportunity attack against him.
22 to hit.
That does hit.
And a 17.
And a 17 does hit also. There we go. We've warmed up now. We're going to start slashing.
So that's 9 slashing with 1 second. 4 fire for 13 total.
Okay.
This is a good question. If I use the charge with the shield, will the fire damage also get taken into account for the attack? For the healing aspect?
No, it's just the slash.
Okay, just slashing.
Yeah.
I will do that though because I'm not great.
That is 12 slashing damage to the first one, and then 6 thunder damage to the
Okay.
second one.
Perfect. Ouch.
Lightning, sorry.
Yep. Ouch. Lightning damage. Okay. But so from the flame and the 2 strikes, the one with the blades hood flicks off, and you just see this face. It's where bandages are stuck together. It's like bits of like stitching and like staples of like skin and different like types of skin that you can see visibly there. And then the one with the crossbow puts crossbow down and they disappear.
Does that provoke an opportunity attack for my
It doesn't
spiritual
because
weapon?
it's a teleport, not a movement. So yeah, they just disappear and bamf out. Just as they do, the one with the blades just like, "We'll be watching you," and the other one's like, "Yeah, watching you."
So am I, bitches.
And with that, I feel that is a very good place to stop for today.
Quick question before we end.
Yes.
The blood that I use for Crimson Bond,
Yes.
do I keep it or is it?
Yes, you would
Used
keep it.
once.
No, you do keep it for a set amount of time, so you can put it in a vial and you'll have it there. Okay.
I know where they are.
Perfect. And then that'll be where we end today.